Hello, good morning. This is Ken here again. Today I'm going to talk about whether you should go to university or not, especially those of you who have just finished high school or just graduated from college, right? So you're now at a crossroad whether you want to get into university, or those of you who finished high school, whether you want to go into a private college or some sort, right? If you intend to go to university or go to a college to do a business degree or diploma, right, in management or in marketing or human resource management and things like that, and not nanotechnology or biotechnology or some engineering degree, I suggest, right, you get your education, right, somewhere else. But I suggest you, especially those of you who do not like books that much, especially those of you who have financial difficulties, especially your parents have many children, and you feel that you don't want to burden them so much. I suggest you can go out to work, right, in the sales and marketing field, because this is the field where you can learn a lot of things about business. In fact, this is the front line of business that is so important that all business owners or entrepreneurs should pay a lot of attention to. Personally, I do have some friends and classmates, very good friends, long-time buddies. They were in sales and marketing, and right now they are owning companies, running businesses, forming joint ventures, with partners in China and in Indonesia, right? And they're doing really well, right? They're in their early 40s, late 30s, and they're doing really well, even without a business degree, right? Because the 3 years that they spent in the university, right? I mean, their friends spent in the university, they already have this 3 years of experience plus savings if they're really thrifty, right? They save, they get paid for learning, and they learn the stuff that are real, right, that are not just on paper, right? So at the end of the day, after 3 years, they would have gathered enough experience to perhaps even start a business, while the classmate probably just came back from overseas after graduation, or just came back, just graduated from any local university, right? So therefore they have a head start, right, assuming that they spend the 3 years wisely, right? I have this one little article I'd like to share with you, right? Perhaps you have already read it, because it's been going around the social media quite a lot many months ago, right? This is actually an article by Li Ka-shing, right? Also translated in English, right? Originally, obviously, it's in Chinese, and he gave some advice to young people today how they can, actually plan for the future. So I think that is also one very good education, right? So he said, so that's why I said, provided the 3 years that you spend working while your friends are studying in university, you spend them wisely, right? You work, but doesn't mean that you do not learn, right? You can even buy books, you can even go to libraries, you can even attend classes, right, in university campuses if you want to, right? And they're for free, right? And you don't even have to enroll in a course. And of course, there are a lot of these internet online courses offered by famous universities around the world for free, right? They do their promotion, so they give out some free online courses. Obviously, they don't award you, the certificate end of the course, but if you know it, you know it, right? You have no one to lie to, you have no one to prove to, you yourself know it. And when you go into a job interview, if you know your stuff, you know your stuff, right? And sometimes, they even prefer non-graduates who know the same stuff as those graduates. Why? Because the non-graduates have a smaller ego, right? They have a more realistic perspective about themselves, about what they can do, about what they can't do, right? They know that result speaks more than anything else, right? Not just a degree, a piece of paper from some so-called recognized university. The university is recognized, but you are you that recognized? You have to be recognized by your results, by what you can do, by your productivity, and not by that paper, right? Because that paper will not bring extra profits for the company. It might make the company looks good, right? But after some time, if you're not producing, that looking good is too costly for them to maintain. They rather get somebody who can really produce. So what Li Ka-shing said, right, in this little article is that every paycheck that you get end of the month, right, you separate them into 5 categories. You spend them on 5 categories. Number 1, your living expenses, right? Number 2, you spend it on your friends or your networking, right, to build up a strong network of, helpful people around you, right? Take them for lunch, learn from them, talk to them, right? These are friends whom you think you can learn from, right? Who are much more wiser, more experienced than you. You buy books, right? Because books is also an extension of widening your circle, because some people like Jim Rogers, you haven't got the chance to meet them, or George Soros, or whoever, Warren Buffett, Steve Jobs passed away, you can't meet them, but you can get them in the form of books, so you can learn from them, pick their brains, right? Immerse yourself in their world, see how they succeeded, and think, what would he do if he was in your shoe? Right? So that's why book is also an extension of widening your circle. The next one, the 4th section, you want to spend on travel, right? Because when you travel, you get to know different people, right? You get to see different places, you get to look at how different societies work, right? So that is also a very good educational experience. And the 5th section of your income, you spend on your investment. So this advice is especially given to young people who were just starting out, especially when you don't have a family. So this is how you can wisely spend your salary. Right? I wish I know this when I was young, but if you know now, work on it. Trust me, it will work. Trust me. I'm in my 40s now, so I know that it will work. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.